Tonight, we're learning that Metro Police may have prevented another mass shooting here in Las Vegas. Metro says this former Marine threatened an act of violence near the Strip.
This is all coming after a woman came forward and said her ex-boyfriend was the one making those threats.
Fox 5's Joe Vigil here to explain where that attack might have been carried out. Joe?
Well, a police report indicates a woman contacted police at least twice to say her ex-boyfriend had threatened to kill her and others. In one 911 call on Monday to police, she said her ex threatened to shoot up her place of work, kill all the employees, then kill himself. She works within Fashion Show Mall. The Homeland Security Bureau, the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force, and police located Jeremy Schumacher at his condo at 150 North Las Vegas Boulevard and detained him. Authorities also searched his home and found, among other things, an AR-15 rifle with grenade launcher, 12 ammunition magazines, some body armor piercing bullets that can also penetrate steel, and 16 flashbangs and concussion rounds for distraction. The report goes on to say Schumacher admitted to using drugs, being suicidal, and said he had nothing to lose. The report says Schumacher had an unobstructed view of the Fremont area, but does not mention Fremont as a possible target. Back to you.